Selected trigonometric questions and discussions. So we are given a couple of angle measurements, like theta is 4 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 3 radians, 5 radians. We need to find the reference angle. So first of all, we do some basic simplifications on the given angles. So it is very easy to check that 4 pi over 3 is same as pi plus pi over 3. So then we know that it is going in the third quadrant, and this measure here is pi over 3. So then we can say this is my reference angle, which is pi over 3. So this goes in quadrant 3. Now when I said 3 pi by 4, this can be written as pi minus pi over 4. So pi minus pi over 4 is actually going in the second quadrant, and this angle measure here is pi over 4. So that is your reference angle. So reference angle is the acute angle between the x-axis and the terminal side. So by that definition, we can see our theta bar is pi over 4. Now theta is 3 radian. So you know another measures, like my terminal side is here. So this measure now will be simply theta equals pi minus 3. Now we are in the final version. So we need to see what is 5 and how we determine all these measurements in radian and see the approximation. So when you look at the measurements, pi by 2 is approximately 1.57, pi is 3.14, and then 3 pi by 2 is 4.71, and 2 pi is 6.28. Now 5 is going in between here somewhere. So then our reference angle will be this one. So that reference angle is actually now 2 pi minus 5. So that one I'm getting. The whole is 2 pi, and then you subtract 5. So again 2 pi minus 5. That's my reference angle, and it is quadrant 4. So now we are looking for sine tan inverse radical 3 and sine cosine inverse 0. So it is very much known that tan inverse radical 3 will be at pi by 3. So then you are getting now sine pi by 3, and sine pi by 3 is radical 3 over 2. And when you are going to sine cosine inverse 0, so cosine inverse 0 we know at pi by 2. So then we write sine pi by 2. So sine pi by 2 is 1. Our next question is cosine t is negative 5 over 6, and the angle is in quadrant 3 as you see here. It is given here between pi to 3 pi by 2. So in this quadrant, your cosine is negative, you can see. So sine also will be negative. And we can use our reference triangle like this. Since we have cosine t is 5 over 6, I just ignore the negative sign, just thinking of reference angle. So then we have adjacent is 5 and opposite will, hypotenuse will be 6. Now easily you can use Pythagorean and find that this side will be square root of 11. You can see easily, because you know hypotenuse is square equals this adjacent is square plus opposite is square, just like this. AC square equals A square plus O square. So your H is 6 squared, A is 5 squared, and you need to find O. So if you simplify, you will say this is 36 minus 25, which is 11. So OA will be O equals square root of 11. So now we can easily say our sine t also negative in quadrant 3, and you get square root of 11 over 6. Now when you are looking for cosine 2t, we know our form is cosine square t minus sine square t, and sine 2t is 2 sine t cosine t. So the values we have already determined, we just need to plug and simplify. So then the second one I do first. 2 times our sine t is negative square root of 11 over 6 times negative 5 over 6. And then you can further simplify and you will get this one. I'm not simplifying further. If you want to simplify, you can do like this one. You have a 3 times here. Negative negative will be positive, so you get 5 square root of 11 over 18. So that is our solution in this 2t format for sine 2t. Now I'm going to cosine 2t. So let me write down those answers. So it is giving me cosine, when I square it, get 25 over 36 minus sine, when I square it, is 11 over 36. So when you further simplify, you get 14 over 36. More simplification you can do, or you can leave it there. We get 7 over 18. In this problem, we have cosine t is negative 5 over 6 and sine t is negative square root of 11 over 6. And our t is between pi and 3 pi by 2. That means it is in the third quadrant. So when we take half of it, so half of 180 will be 90 and half of 270 will be 135. So then t over 2 goes here. That means t over 2 is in quadrant 2. So when it is in quadrant 2, cosine will be negative and sine will be positive. And we know half angle formula is like this: 1 minus cosine t over 2, and this one is square root of 1 plus cosine t over 2. So if we just use our cosine t, which is negative 5 over 6, just plug it there. So then you see sine t over 2 will be square root of 1 minus, and then you have a minus here. When I plug this, that will be plus. So that gives me 5 over 6 over 2. When you further simplify, you will see this one coming out as 11 over 12. So that is your sine t over 2. You can do this simplification inside. Same way, cosine t over 2, we see that it is in quadrant 2. So that will give me a negative sign. And the formula is 1 plus cosine t. So when I plug this value, that gives me 1 minus 5 over 6 over 2. In this problem, we are given cosine theta is 19 over 20. Theta is in quadrant 4. So we need to find sine to theta and cosine to theta. Since it is in quadrant 4, cosine theta is positive, which is 19 over 20. So we can make a right triangle like this. The adjacent is 19 and the hypotenuse is 20. So if you use the Pythagorean, you will see that this one will come out like square root of 39. You can easily see. It is like 20 square equals 19 square plus opposite square. And then simplify for O, which will be square root of 39. Now, we get our sine theta, which must be negative, and it will be square root of 39 over 20. So we got our sine theta and cosine theta. And you know, sine 2 theta double angle formula tells us that it is 2 sine theta cosine theta. So when you plug the values, you get 2 times sine theta is negative radical 39 over 20 times 19 over 20. When you simplify, you get negative 2 times 19, you can say 38 square root of 39 over 400. So that is my sine 2 theta. Now cosine 2 theta is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. So cosine is 19 over 20. So you just write 90 over 20 square it minus negative radical 39 over 20 square it. If you just do simplification, you will see it is 322 over 400. If you want, you can simplify, otherwise just leave it there. So we are done.